I want to spend some time on your career in the financial industry and things that we take for granted today, right? Mutual funds, ETFs, like derivatives trading. This stuff isn't actually all that old in terms of being mainstream product today. And so I'm interested in how you saw some of these things come online in the just general financial services industry and any parallels you might draw to where the carbon market is today.
Sure. Yeah. I started my career mostly doing derivatives, starting in the late 80s, early 90s, and the growth of that market to what it is today, which is a giant trillion-dollar industry. But at the beginning, of course, it was bilateral contracts between people trying to find arbitrages in the fixed and floating rate markets or hedging things. But it wasn't a well-known market. It didn't have standards. People didn't know how to account for it necessarily. I was involved in that market from the beginning. I actually was on the board of something called ISDA, which is then called the International Swap Dealers Association. Now it's called the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, where we were setting up standards, where the industry got together and set up standards to allow for a common way to talk about things and how to transact and all that going forward. And so when I look at this market, I see a lot of the same things. There's not really standardization. There's a lot of different registries out there and a lot of different ways people look at things. Payment terms aren't defined, terms aren't necessarily the same for everything. And the other thing that happened in the beginning of derivatives markets was there was misuse cases. There was many, you can go back in time at the different ways it was pitched and what people thought they were getting and what they weren't, and how we had to go through that phase of the market's growth to get in a place where it was more tradable, understandable, and more belief in the market to get where we are to today.